Hey guys, and welcome to Car Guy 1999 Reviews. Today, we have the 2020 Subaru Ascent Touring. So this is Subaru's new full-size SUV, the 3-row, if you can say that. So far, I'm really impressed with it. It's been a really decent driving vehicle. Has more than enough power with a 2.4 liter turbocharged flat 4. It's been really good. I apologize for the wind noise. It is a bit windy today. Like the satin finish on the mirrors. This is all thanks to Prime Subaru in Manchester, New Hampshire. More specifically, Gary Smith. He's the sales guy that helped me set everything up. Take a look at the back seat. Really nice materials. Everything is soft touch. Got your cup holders there. 2 USB ports, as well as a wall outlet, your own controls. Look at that. 3 cup holders back there. Oh, that's a really nice. I haven't really sat back here. So if you look at the belts, they have a loop there. So that way, if you're loading up cargo, it gets out of the way. Or if nobody's back there, nobody's really back there all the time, you can go ahead and bolt that. Well, not bolt, but put it away so it doesn't move around, make noise. Lots of room back here. Love this panoramic sunroof that actually goes all the way back. This is the only part that opens, but the cover itself goes all the way back. You also have 3 cup holders down here. Holy cow. I mean, Subaru has stepped their game up for sure. So, we'll take a look at this. 22 combined, pretty average. This one's pretty high optioned. Let me see here. Oh, this looks like it was a dealer transfer. Crimson, red, pearl. That's really nice. And then the interior color is cinnamon brown. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I love this wood grain trim. You can't really see it, but you can kind of see it over there by the door handle. This one has Harman Kardon, everything. This is a really well optioned one. Comes to $46,907 is the as tested price and the sticker price of this one. Now, I know Prime Subaru, that might not be the exact price. I think I saw this one listed online for lower than that. Probably, I think, $5 or $6 grand lower than that. So you can definitely get it a little bit cheaper. Once you put your foot on the brake, the start button lights up green. And it's ready to go. Tons of nice features. You can see exactly how much your wheels are turned up there. That's what I'm going to leave it on. You can also check on all your safety features, your settings, clock / time. Cooled, ventilated seat. Oh yeah, you also have X mode, which is, of course, your off-road mode that has a downhill assist and kind of sets up the tuning for off-road. It's only active sub 30 miles an hour. After 30 miles an hour, or once you exceed that, it shuts off. But definitely helpful to get you out of the snow, or if you're on a really beaten path. Let's just say that. I'll go ahead and put this back there for the next person. This one has a CVT gearbox, however, it shifts just like a normal automatic, so if every transmission must be a CVT, this is the way I would want it. It doesn't do your stereotypical hold at 5,000 RPM. I don't know where he came from. You can hear really quiet. Not as quiet as the S-Class I just reviewed. I drove those back to back. The videos are probably going to be back to back as well. But still really quiet. Has plenty of get up and go. I'm not complaining at all. I mean, it's not knock your socks off fast, but that's not what it needs to be. This also has a towing capacity of 5,000 pounds. So this is a very competitive full-size SUV. I mean, I think there may be a couple more SUVs that can tow more than that. But honestly, if you're towing more than 5,000 pounds on a regular basis, you should be looking more into your, well, F-150, as there's one directly in front of me. But I think this is perfect for, you know, that family that has their first child, thinking about having more in the future, or someone that runs the daily carpool for school. That's what I think this SUV is absolutely perfect for. Has all the new bells and whistles that you would need. Subaru's definitely becoming more of a millennial brand. They're lowering their age group and they're pricing them so people can afford these vehicles, and yet they're bringing all these technologies that are way above their price bracket. They're making it so people can afford them, and that's ingenious. That's a really great idea. I mean, I'm not just saying that because I'm reviewing the car for Subaru, but I'm saying that honest. I have not driven a Subaru that I haven't really been impressed with. These are really good cars, and especially these new ones, like this car. This is an awesome vehicle. It's funny, I expected the turbo to be more of a lower down turbo, but it's actually more mid-range. That's where it starts to get its peak boost, which is a smart idea. So if you have towing, or if you're passing someone on the highway, it's right where it needs to be. Of course, going back to what this car is aimed at, for a family, this is an awesome vehicle due to all the safety features that are present in this car. You have your eyesight, lane departure warning, you have backup camera and sensors, you have a lot of great features. You also have radar cruise control, which is definitely a really great feature. When I had the opportunity to have a Model X Tesla P100D for 24 hours, I filmed a review with it and the file corrupted. So yeah, I was really upset about that. But I had that car for I think about 24 hours total, and I got used to the autopilot feature to the point where, I mean, the car was based in Central Mass, and I drove from here in New Hampshire down to Central Mass on autopilot. And that was a 2016, so not even the new autopilot. So I was surprised with it, definitely. So I'm definitely excited to see where the autopilot features go with all other cars. Now that we're on this kind of back road, I should say, handling is excellent for this kind of vehicle. I mean, it's not gonna be a WRX. If you want a WRX, buy a WRX. But it's not bad at all. I mean, this is lane departure warning coming up. This is an awesome car. Shifts are extremely smooth, of course, because it's not actually shifting. If you don't know how a CVT works, so essentially there's a bunch of different belts in the transmission that connects to the drivetrain. So when it shifts, it's essentially changing the ratio of the spin on the belt. So it's either expanding the belt to make the car go, it's essentially mimicking a gear ratio, but it's 1 or 2 or 3 belts, however many belts it is. It essentially gives you an unlimited amount of gear ratios. So not only does that help for fuel economy, it gives you the power when you need it. So you don't have to worry about, it's essentially the best compromise there is in the consumer vehicle market. As a performance driver, I never really liked the technology. I'd much rather have like a dual clutch, but developing a dual clutch transmission and the dual clutch itself is an expensive option. So for Subaru to be able to keep this technology or use the CVT to keep the price bracket down, that's a great idea. I mean, let's take a look at the Durango, because my mom owns a Durango and I drive that, during the winter when my Challenger is kind of tucked away from the snowstorm. I'll drive the Durango, and I prefer this over that car. The Durango, I think the one we got was used, but the ones we were looking at new, which are about the same trim level as this, were up close to $50,000. And now you have the SRT, which, I mean, it really isn't comparable to this car, but that's bumping close to 60. And I mean, that's a lot of money for this kind of car. To get all these features, all these cup holders, all 17 cup holders total, it's impressive for this amount of money. I love everything in here feels excellent. All the touch points feel great. Oh yeah, you even have, like the Honda Odyssey does, you have the mirror. Hello. Oh, you. Which also is the sunglasses holder, in case you didn't catch that one. There you go. So now you can see all the third row. Hi! All the third row back there. guys. You know, of course, I got the light that's gonna last forever. That's my luck with these reviews. These are all done in one take. I've really only had two instances where I had to restart the intro because I absolutely messed it up in the first 5 seconds. But I'm impressed. This is a really good SUV. So once again, thank you to everyone who is watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe. Special shout out to Gary Smith at Prime Subaru. I'll include his business card information in the description box below. Go ahead if you want to check out the Ascent. Go ahead, shoot him a message. But yeah, overall, I'm impressed. This is a really good SUV. If I was in a relationship and I had a kid or two and was looking for an SUV, this would definitely be high up on the list. If you're considering, well, Dodge, you know, I'm having really good luck today with examples of cars popping up. If you're looking at a mid-size SUV and you're kind of like, oh, lease one for 3 years and then grow into one, I would still check this out because this is a little bit more expensive than your normal mid-size crossover. But I think in the long run, Subarus hold their value pretty well. They're really reliable. So I think this would be a really good option for someone like that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Please stay tuned for future videos.